from London. And Marc, what's your take on this latest move that we've seen from the Turkey central bank? Obviously an unorthodox move, but Erdogan says rates are likely to head lower from here as well, despite the fact that inflation is soaring.
Well, yes. I mean, it's all very much politically dictated. We've had indications from Mr. Erdogan that he wanted to see rates in at single-digit levels. So there is a little bit more to go here. It is very unconventional. It is very much politically dictated. The principal thing is they are justifying a lot of this on the basis of the weakening demand for manufactured exports. But the problem is, at the end of the day, most of those exports go to the EU, and most of the demand is weakening in the EU because of the energy crisis, which is creating a lot of demand destruction. And therefore, what Turkey does with its interest rates in terms of trying to stimulate demand for its exports really makes no difference, given the destination point. It's not going to be responsive to anything, in terms of goods being cheaper out of Turkey because of a weaker lira at the end of the day. So in many senses, it's self-defeating, and of course, at the same time, creating a problem in the longer run, insofar as a weaker lira creates even more inflation than they already have.
Indeed, and Marc, the lira is already down something like 30% for the year. It's one of the worst performing currencies globally. What happens next for the lira, in your view, as a result of this unorthodox policy coming out of Turkey?
Well, there's two aspects to it. For the time being, it's actually been quite stable, but that's very artificial because they have implemented what they call the liraization policy, which basically forces a lot of the local banks to buy more lira via various measures that they've implemented. And for the time being, that has introduced an element of stability, apart from yesterday's downturn. But in the longer run, obviously, at some point, that forced purchase of domestic securities by local banks is going to run its course. And at that point, then you wonder what will happen to the lira, because without those forced measures, basically bringing flows into the lira from abroad by domestic institutions, the likelihood is that we'll see a further deterioration in the lira, and that will then get to the pressure. And at some point, what we've seen over the past 4 years, we will have yet another Turkish lira crisis on our hands.